Brookhaven just updated, and you can see on the right that a lot of new things were released. And today, I want to check with you everything that came in this update. So for that, I invited this friend who's going to help me see all of it. He said, a new house was released. Let's see it. And that's true, a new house was released. And you can see on the right that this house is exactly here. It's a completely free house. And even my friend is already back here, literally getting this house. So I'll take the opportunity and get this house too. You can see that the house is very beautiful. It has a really interesting garage, and you can definitely do a lot of decorations. So I'm coming here into my house, and this is the door. You can see that this house is giant, and it really has several rooms. But for some reason, my friend is here, and if he wants, he can come inside. Now he finally came here, and here we have the stove, and also a really different fridge, because the fridge is inside the wall. And here we have the first room, which is actually really interesting, but it's just a regular room where you can see the cars in the garage and you can see a lot of stuff. Right here we have the bathroom, which looks like this. But guys, he's arriving right here, and he said everything is normal so far. I didn't see anything different. Look, but there's still a lot of new stuff that came out that I want to see today. But now I'm going to open this door, and as I step outside, you can notice that we obviously have a pool. And if I press this button up here, it will unlock a secret pool, which even my friend entered. It's an interesting pool, but also kind of weird at the same time, because it's a small pool. Now I'm coming here to the front, and I grab this item on the right, and then I grab this decoration, which I can simply use to decorate this area, placing some really interesting items. So that's why we have a lot of space here, and we also have a lot of space in the front. The owner of the game wants us to decorate the house however we want. In fact, my friend is coming inside now, and I'll have to go upstairs to see everything that's here. Now he's also coming up here, and you can see that we have several rooms. This first room is basically the bathroom, and the second room is a really different room because it has a secret door, and I'll check later what's behind that door. He said, let's check now. It's important. Look, I know it's important, but the update is also important, and we have to see everything that came in this house. Even the roof of this house is really weird. But now I'm coming to the back, and this is the biggest room of all. You can see it's a room that has a bathroom, and it's really big. We have the balcony of the room, which is also huge, and they made the biggest room of all. Even my friend is seeing this, and all of it is impressive. We have the place to store clothes here. Here's the bathroom, and this house is perfect. But now he's coming back here and staring at this spot. Actually, he placed a wall. Guys, I really can place a wall here, and that's exactly what my friend is doing. He placed this wall to divide this Roblox room, and honestly, it turned out pretty interesting. But I want him to remove it, because in my house I'm going to leave everything just the way it is. So now, he removed it, but now he's going back there and will be able to see the secret room. And even I want to see what's in here, because it's a really weird room. But first, I want to see what's in the bathroom. Apparently, the bathroom is normal and there's nothing different. Here we have several really interesting pieces of furniture, and here we have the roof of the house, which is just a normal roof. But now, I want to see with you the secret room that came in the update that's hidden here in this house. So I'm arriving right here, and finally I'm going to enter the secret room. You can see it's just a regular room, probably made for kids. And this is the parents' room, and this is the kids' room. We have the horse picture, but if I go inside here, you can see it's a place that has nothing. And he's staring at me. He said, you're supposed to do the decoration yourself. Look, that actually makes sense. Now he just left. But here on the right, I'm going to grab this item and place it right here to start decorating. Actually, I don't think this looks very interesting, because this item is coming out of the roof, and I have to make a decoration that's really secret. So here on the right, I'll grab one of these items and start decorating in an interesting way. Perfect. I placed several items here, and it looks really cool. You can see it's a completely secret room, and you can do it however you want. But my friend is going out here, so I'm following him because I want to see what he wants me to do. But it looks like he's coming here, and he wants me to press these secret buttons. If I press the red button, a bunch of secret effects will appear, and I have to press it to see what's going to happen. So I press several buttons, and you can see that the house looks like this. There's literally fire coming out of the house. And I'm going to deactivate all these buttons and activate only the one on the right. And now the house is full of water. You can see that water is coming out of here. This is really weird. But now I'm going to place a car in the garage, because this house has a garage that was obviously made for cars. So I'm going to choose a car on the right, and I pick this car and will leave it right here. But I don't know what my friend is doing, and he's placing walls for some reason in Roblox, probably to make more space. And you really can make a room here. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Here on the right, I'll have to grab the walls, this one exactly, and I'll place it right here so it looks really nice. Perfect. This is now closed with a wall. Now I'll place another wall right here. And this really became a new room, and it's a totally secret room that you've never seen before, because I just made it. But now my friend is coming over here, and he said there's more stuff that was released. Let's check it out. Okay, I want to see it today. Here on the right, it looks like a new item was released, and this is the new item that came out, and it really is quite different. Now both of us are holding it, and you can see it's an item that releases particles. Really very interesting. I can keep spinning the item like this. I can also hold it like this, and it looks like it's magic. But my friend is changing his avatar to actually become a wizard. And guys, this really is very different. But up here I'm going to change the color of the house, and I'll set it to red. red. You can see that the house turned out like this. Even this part was changed, but this house looks a lot like another house we have in Brookhaven. And my friend is going to have to get this house. Now apparently he agreed and simply got this house. The houses really do look alike because this house is like this and the other house is like this. And for some reason, they're very similar. Even my friend changed his avatar, and now he just wants to play basketball, but I still can't do that. Now I'm going back here because I want to see the secrets that were released in the update. So now I'm going to set the speed to maximum because some secrets were added. For those who don't know, last month, an avatar update started rolling out, and now officially, 90% of the players have already received the update. If I click the avatar button on the right, now we have this new menu where I can pick really different heads. I can choose heads like this one, which are really weird, but even my friend was surprised, and now he's leaving. I don't know why he got scared of me, but he ran away and just abandoned me. But for some reason he's coming back, and actually he wants to run me over. So I'm going to crouch, and he just drove right by me. Guys, he really wants to run me over just because I'm ugly. So I simply dodged him, and this friend of mine is really acting weird. He's coming here again, and I dodged him. He's even aiming at this item, and he said, change your head. That's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Okay, I'll change it. Here on the right, I'll have to choose an even better head. And I just put on this apple, and now I'm way more handsome. But he's looking at me, and apparently he changed his avatar. And now he turned into a king. I don't know why he suddenly became a king, but he really looks very different. And for those who don't know, that's not the only thing that came out. There were more things released in the update. Here on the right, we have these shirts, which are really interesting. We have swords like these that you can use like this. If you want, you can also grab a sword on the right, and this sword will work better because we have this different sword that works like this. And on the right, there are really a lot of interesting shirts. We have this hand, which is a really cool hand, so much so that my friend disappeared. And for some reason, he vanished from here, but I'm coming here to look for him because he just disappeared. So I'm arriving here, and finally he's coming back. Guys, he went inside here, and he said, did you know the new item that came out is a summer item? Look, that makes no sense. It literally makes no sense for this to be a summer item, because this new item that came out doesn't match summer at all. It's really weird. Here on the right, I can grab other items. We have this item that makes me look like this, and now it's much easier to become characters in official Brookhaven. You just search on the right for the character you want, and if you wear their outfit, you'll look exactly like them. Now I look like this. I really look great, because it seems like I became a hero. But now I want to see what avatar my friend is going to make. And he ended up looking like this. But he looks really weird. And again, he changed his avatar. And suddenly he turned into a fish. That's seriously the weirdest avatar of all. But believe it or not, in this new update that came out in the game, I can grab this item on the right and literally turn into a fish. I can also turn into this animal, and I really look super cute. But I want to see what avatar my friend is going to choose. And he ended up looking like this. And really, a lot of interesting avatars were released. He even looked really weird and finally turned back to normal. So now I have a challenge. Since new items were released in the update, I want to see who can make the best avatar using these new items. But now he's following me here, and I'm going to place this wall, and he's going to have to make his avatar. Meanwhile, I'm going to make an avatar, but I have to specifically use realistic clothes in Roblox. So here on the right, I'm looking at a shirt that I'm going to use, but I'm not doing very well at this. Actually, my avatar is looking horrible. Guys, my avatar is looking horrible. This really isn't looking good. But I want to see my friend's avatar, how it's turning out. And his avatar isn't very good either, but he used the blocky character, and now his avatar looks better. So I'm going back here, and on the right, I'm going to use a blocky character, and now the shirt looks much better. The shirt actually fits the character, because it looks like I really have to use a blocky character for this. But my friend showed up back here, but he didn't use realistic clothing. He literally made a totally different avatar. He said, this is really hard, and it really is very hard. So now I'm coming into this house, and this house has more secrets that were released. Up here we have this room that I can actually access. Now he's coming too, and here on the right, I'm going to grab this ladder. Now I'll have to climb up here, and then climb again. But it's really hard, and apparently my friend is eating while he watches me climb. So here on the right, I'm going to grab this bed, and now I'll finally be able to go through the wall and access a totally secret place. But this is really hard. I'll place the ladder here, and now I put the bed on top, and I'll try to get inside. But it still didn't work. This is literally becoming impossible. So I'll try one more time. Now I'll jump on top like this in Roblox. And I finally got in here. Guys, I'm asking him for help because it seems impossible to get here. So now, he's coming to my house, which is completely flooded, and he's finally coming to help me because I don't know how I'm going to get up there. He said, it's easy. Place a bed on the ceiling. And what he said is genius. I'm going to come back here and place a bed here, and now I'll have to climb up. And that was actually really smart. Now I managed to access a completely secret place that I wasn't supposed to reach, because this is very secret. I can place another bed up here, and this way climb to the roof of the house really easily. My friend even ended up getting this house too, and there were more things that were released in this update. For those who don't know, if you don't have Robux, you can now get a game pass completely for free in Brookhaven, and getting it isn't that hard. I have to log in with a profile that doesn't have the game pass. Now I'm going to grab this item, and in some specific cases, I'll be able to watch an ad that shows up right here in this part, exactly in this spot, and that way I'll get the game pass for free, and that's really different. And you get the item for 30 minutes to do whatever you want. You can get a house on the right, which is normally paid for just 30 minutes, but he's staring at me here, and he said I don't have that option unlocked, and that happens because only a few people are getting this secret feature. My profile didn't get it either, so very few people received this update. But now I'm coming over here, and I'm going to activate all these effects to see exactly what happens. So I'm activating all of them, and this is really weird. The house is on fire, and the alien is up here. This is really strange, but I don't think my neighbor is happy seeing what's happening out front. But if I make a really cool avatar, I can click this yellow button, and I'll buy this Roblox avatar. So if you make an interesting avatar, you can literally buy the items directly in Brookhaven. Brookhaven just updated, and you can see on the right that a new house was released. This house has secret rooms, but today I want to test with you all the secrets that were released. I want to see things that changed and you didn't notice, and I also want to find out where the safe is. For that, I'm getting my car, because I'll have to pick up my friend. For some reason, my friend is in a house, but I don't really know what he's doing. They're all kneeling here in front of this soldier. I really don't know what's going on. But now this player showed up, who is the king here. He said, I'm the richest of all. I don't know what that means. I just know he's really weird. But he came right here, and apparently he has this secret item, which is also an item from the update. And now he just went back here. I don't know why he has so many followers, and there's even a rat here. This is the weirdest thing I've seen today. But the rat came here. He said, respect me, I'm a hamster. Okay, I didn't know that. Actually, he is a hamster, even though he really looks like a rat. But I want to test the secrets of the house that was released in this update, because this house is perfect. So I'm kneeling here, and now he came in here. I don't know what this player is doing here, but he really is very weird. Now he's entering the secret room. Guys, I'm going too, because I want to see what's in this room, and I also want to find out where the safe of the house is. But the soldier is right here, and it looks like I can't go in. He wants me to leave, but I can't leave. I need to test the secret of this house. But this player came down here. He said, if you show a cool secret, I'll let you stay here. Okay, that's really interesting, and I'm going to show a cool secret. I'll take advantage that I'm being forced to show him the secret, and I'll test all the really interesting secrets that are in this house in the game. But unfortunately, he's holding this weapon, so I'll show the secrets. First, if I go up here and take this bed and also this ladder on the right, I'll have to place the bed up here. And now I'm going up right here. I'm going to access a very secret place. And now he finally got here and is seeing everything that's in the neighborhood. There's really a lot of interesting stuff. This is the secret part of the house, which I'm sure he's never seen before. Now he wants to see another secret. This house has another really cool secret, but first I want to know why these players are here and what my friend is doing out front. He said, it's because only I have this house and the others think it's paid. That's unbelievable. All the players here think this house is paid when it's completely free. You can get this house on the right for free, and I have to let them all know. Now he came back here, and he can go through the wall in a very different way. He said, this house isn't even mine, and still I became the king of the city. Now I remembered, this house is mine. I got it a long time ago and ended up forgetting. Up here I can press this button and he'll fall straight into the pool. He jumped again, and I'm going to press this button up here. Now he's stuck here, but I let him out because I'm a good person, and it looks like he was even happy. But another secret from the update is that there's a lot of empty space here, and that was done on purpose because the owner of the game wants us to use these spaces with the decorations on the right. So here I'm going to place this item. I'm going to start decorating since I'm the owner of this house. This player just stole my house, but I'm opening this door here and I'm coming back here. But the soldier showed up. He said, it's time to leave. Actually, no, because if I want to, I can ban you from this house. And that's what I did. He was banned, and now this house is 100% mine. Even this other player got scared. But I'm leaving now because I have something very important to say. It looks like the players are in a really bad situation. They don't have much money and they're going through hard times. But I'm going to help all of them by telling the truth about what's happening here in the city. I said, this house is free. I just told the truth to all of them, and now even he got scared because I wasn't supposed to say that. Now they're all scared. They're getting the new house that was released. You can see that they all got these houses, and the players are going to their houses to enjoy the update that was released in the game. Even the rat is going to his house. It seems like he wasn't very happy because I called him by the wrong name. Now the scientist also came back here, and it looks like he has a lot of money now because he got a better house. Now all the players are happy, but this player now is going to have to help me see all the secrets of the houses, including the location location of the safes. Because I'm sure he knows that, and I also know that, but apparently he doesn't know. And for some reason he's calling me. Now he's coming here in my car. I got here too. And now he's coming here to the front. I really don't know what he's doing, but he wants to show something secret that came out. So he's speeding up here in front. I don't know what he's doing, but he wants to go up here, and it didn't work. I don't know what that was he tried to do. He said, now you can drive onto the roof with the car. That's true. Since we can get on the roof, that means I can place a car here. And that's what I'm going to do. He's here in the car. I'm coming here to see if I can do it. Now I'm coming back here, and I'm going to have to land it right. I didn't make it on the first try, but on the second try I will. This is the hamster's house. I want to see his reaction as soon as I show up inside his house with this car from the game. I'm speeding back here with everything I've got, and I'm going to jump right here. But this is really hard. This player left here. He got this other car to try it, so we're going to try this to see who of us can do it first. Now he's coming here, and we're going to have to speed up at the same time, and I'm going to test with you all the secrets I haven't tested yet from the update, because there are a lot of secret things that came out in this new house. But now we have to speed up here in the front. Now he's coming up to the front, and I also want to see if he's going to be able to do it. He got there and didn't make it. So now it's my turn to try it. But this time I'm going really fast, and apparently I managed to do it. But it didn't work. I'm almost giving up on this. He said, try one last time with the fastest car of all. Okay, I'm going to try it. So I'm coming up front, and now both of us are coming here to see who will get it right. So I'm coming right here, and it didn't work. But in case you don't know, if I go to this house in the game and get inside without the owner noticing, I can get his safe. But he noticed something's wrong. Maybe he knows I'm here. I have to leave before I get banned from his house. He thinks I'm in that car, but I'm not in that car. I'm actually behind his house. And now he finally came back here. This rat is really weird, and this player is trying to do this Roblox glitch. And this time he didn't manage to do it. But I'm going to get inside this house without him noticing. But he's looking here, and I have to get out of here fast. I have to hide so he doesn't realize I'm in his house, even though he already knows I'm here. He's trying to figure out where I am, but now he went back to watching TV because he thinks I left. But I'm right here, and I'm going to get his safe. His safe is hidden right here in the game. I'll have to climb up here, but it's really hard to get up. This safe is hidden in here. I have to figure out how to open this, because his safe is right here. But this player got here. I don't know how he got here so easily, because he wasn't banned. He said, I'm the king of the city. And really, all the players consider him the king of the city, even though he lies to everyone. But I want to figure out how to get up here. Apparently, if I just go in here, I'll have access to the player's secret safe. On the right, I'll grab the TNT, and I'll finally be able to get it, making the player really mad. Perfect! I got the money! He noticed what happened, and now he's coming up here to see who did this. But there's only this player, who unfortunately is going to be banned. He was banned from here because he betrayed the player's trust, but I was the one who did it. Now I just showed up here. He realized I'm back here, and he also realized he banned the wrong player. He's coming here to ban me, but I'm going to climb up here. I placed this bed here, which will let me go through the wall, and now I'm safe. The player won't be able to ban me, but he appeared in front of me in the game. I have to get out of here fast. I'm going into this room, and now I'm in a totally secret place that I'm sure he doesn't know. He got here, but obviously he saw it, especially because it's a totally secret room with a giant door, so he knows I'm in here. I'm going to have to run out of here, and I finally saved myself. Now he showed up right here, and this time he got that car, because he's going to try to climb on top of the house again. I'm going to do that too. I'm following this friend of mine, but he can't go to the previous house, especially because he got banned from that house. Now he's getting to the front. I want to see where he's going. He went up here. It didn't work very well, because accidentally he's in this house. He did something really interesting. He managed to leave this car on the balcony of the house. If a player is sleeping here, they're going to find this car up here. He said, the best part is that this house is mine. So that's impressive. He got this car and fell down here. He managed to do a glitch and just lost it. This player has really bad luck, but now he's coming my way and crashed into my car. I'm going to let him go ahead, and now I'm coming here too. Now I'm going to jump here to see what happens, and I went right past. Accidentally, I fell down here. On the right, in case you don't know, we have this new item. It's a totally secret item that I'm sure you've never seen before. Now he's also holding this item, and in case you don't know, this item is a summer item. I don't know why, but this item is from summer, and that makes no sense at all, because it's just a normal item. Now this friend of mine is coming here to test the secrets of the update, and I gave him this item. It's a really weird item. He said, I made this item. Okay, I doubt that's true, but he's coming here to take my car. This player is coming up front, and my friend is also coming here. Both of them are going over there. They're going to jump the ramp to see where they land. This player jumped here and got into a place he wasn't supposed to have access to. And now it's my friend's turn. He's finally coming here. He's going to jump this ramp in the game, and he managed to fly to a very different place. He landed at my house with my car. Guys, what he did was really good. I'm coming to my house just to get the car he managed to get. This is perfect. Now I can take this car and bring it inside my house. But it's going to be really hard. Actually, I'm going to leave the car here, like it's a trophy that's in my house. But this player came here. I don't really know what he's doing, but now he placed a wall. But I'm going to do it myself. In case you don't know, he basically grabbed this item on the right and started placing new walls in my house, which I'm going to do myself. I'm going to place walls here so this really looks perfect. Now there's a new room in my house that I can access here. Now I'm going to place more walls, and this looks perfect. It looks like a new room. He even came here and fell on the ground. And my friend placed this chair here that moves. They're having fun here while I'm making a new room that's interesting. I want this to be an extension of my house, so I'm going to place walls here too. I'm placing several walls. Now my house doesn't have doors anymore. On the right, I'm going to grab this door, and I'm going to place it here. Now I can go inside. I'm going to place another door, and we have this interesting room. And here we have the house door. I'm expanding my house, but the hamster showed up here. He said, "Finally you called me by the right name." Guys, he was mad because I was calling him a rat, but now I got his name right. I'm going to make a new room here, which will be a gym. I'm placing several items here so this can be a perfect gym. I'm going to add lots of workout items, and now it actually looks pretty interesting. You can see that we have a gym. It's really looking quite nice. It's a perfect gym. But the hamster here, apparently he's working out. His workout is really weird though, because if I come here, you can see that I'm working out, but I don't know if the hamster is actually working out or if he's just standing here. I have no idea. Now my friend showed up here too, and he's seeing everything I built here, and now he's boxing. The weirdest thing is that we have this room with a crashed car, and at the same time there's another car up here on the balcony of the house. This is the weirdest house of all. Now I finally became a real doctor. After doing several tests, I officially work here at the hospital, and today is going to be my first day on the job, where I'll have to save lives. So now I'm coming up front, and now a taxi is arriving here, because it needs to pick me up. Perfect. I'm getting into the taxi, because I don't have a car. My house is still being built. I said, "Go to the hospital, please." Seriously, he just has to go to the hospital. And now he's finally coming here, and this is going to be my first day of work, but he drives really badly. Perfect. Now he's finally driving properly. Guys, he arrived right here. Look, thank you so much. I'm going to give him this money, especially because he helped me a lot. Now he's leaving, and I'm coming here for my first day of work. I don't know which of these players is my boss. It could very well be this player or even this other one back here. He said, "There's no boss here. We're all equal. Now grab the box and change clothes." Actually, I think he really is the boss because he gave me this box. He just told me to take it, and now I'm coming here to change. Now I'm a real doctor. I'm coming back here, especially because I'm going to have to work right in this area. I'll be working on this computer. But the boss, he came right here. He has something to say. He said, "You're going to drive the ambulance, and if you get a call, call me." Okay, I'll take care of it. I'll drive this vehicle, and then if I receive a call for help, I'll basically call this player who is now at the reception. But I'm coming here to see how this vehicle works, especially because it's really big. It's actually very interesting, and it will definitely help save many people. But now I'm leaving here, and I haven't received any call yet. Actually, I just got a call, and it's out there in the middle of nowhere. Guys, I have to call him. I'm calling him right here, and apparently he's coming here. Look, he has to get into the vehicle, because we have to leave right now. Perfect. I'm coming up front. I have to run over here, because it looks like someone needs help. You can see that a lot of weird stuff happened here. There was a really strange accident, so I'm arriving here to save this player. Perfect. I got here, and just opened this door so the player can be rescued. Now he picked up this item, and is checking if the player is okay. Now he's being carried. He's right in this area, and he's checking the heartbeats, because that's really important. But I want to talk to this police officer to find out what happened in this accident. He said, "I don't know either. I'm going to investigate." Now he picked up this notebook, and he's writing some things down about this car. Look, this car is really destroyed. You can see that the front of it is completely broken, and the engine is basically on fire. Now this player sat down here, so I'm going to close the door and leave, because now we can finally go back to the hospital to try to save this player. I'm running up here. I'm stopping here to avoid problems, especially because we can't know when a player will come running down this street. Now I arrived right here, and the players can get out, because they are here at the door of this Brookhaven hospital. Now he's being taken here. He arrived right in this room, and now the player is lying here. They're going to have to save this player. In fact, now the other doctor came here to see what's going on. Meanwhile, I'm going to park this ambulance, because that's my job. Literally, I take care of the ambulance, while the real doctors take care of the patients inside. I'm coming here to see if the player is okay, but it looks like the curtains are closed. He said, "Don't go in there. He's taking care of the patient." Okay, I just understood how it works. I'm the ambulance driver. This player does the quick response, and this other doctor takes care of the real patients. The person in there is basically the one who saves the players. But I'm sitting right here, pretending I'm doing something, just like this player, because I doubt he's doing anything. But he got up here. I don't think he's very happy with what I said. He said, "I'm very busy," and now he went back in there. He really must be very busy, but I don't know what he's doing. But now I'm heading back to the front. I'm back here in the ambulance to see if I'll get new calls. But there's a really weird car arriving here. I don't know why this car looks like that, but it came right here and crashed into these cars. I really don't know why he did that, but he came right here, and it looks like he really had an accident. Look, I'm coming here to talk to him, because I want to see what I can do to help him. He said, "I'm not well. Help me." Okay, follow me, and I'll help you fix this. But the problem is that there's only one doctor, which is this player. He's going to have to save this other player who actually crashed into his car. Now the doctor got up here, and it looks like he came right here and is calling the player who is finally coming too. I don't really know what he did. Maybe he had an accident, but this is really strange. But guys, they're calling me again up front in the same location as before. This is terrible because the only doctor available is busy. I said, they called me again. What do I do? Seriously, I don't know what to do. But he came closer. He said, just go. It's going to be fine. You graduated as a doctor. Okay, I hope this works out. He went back to taking care of the player. So I'm leaving here, and surprisingly, it's already night. It really got dark very fast. But now I'm coming up front because this is going to be really important. Okay, I just arrived right here, and it looks like it's the police officer who's calling me. I don't know why he called me here since the accident already happened, and there's nothing else we can do. But he's staring at me. He said someone crashed into his car. There's no way he crashed the car by himself. Okay, that's really strange. If what he said is true, that means there's someone in the city who crashed into the player's car on purpose to cause this accident. He said, if you see him, let me know. He probably has a very protected car. Okay, I'll let you know, but I obviously haven't seen him. He's not going to show up at the hospital after causing an accident. I'm going to take the chance and leave here because I have more important things to do, like waiting for real calls from people who actually had accidents. But guys, it looks like there's a call here. I'm coming over to see what happened because this seems really important. And once again, there's a car on fire here, but this time it's my friend. I don't know how this happened to his car, but I'm going to have to save him myself. Perfect. I'm arriving here now. I'm going to have to grab this thing in the back to basically be able to carry him. Perfect. I'm carrying him, and guys, it looks like he's really hurt. He has several scars, so I'm going to place him right here. But I don't know how he ended up like this. His car is destroyed. It doesn't even have wheels. I really don't know how he managed that. I don't know what kind of accident he had to lose all the wheels. But now I'm coming up front because this is going to be really important. I have to save him, but I'm looking back here, and there's this car that's completely protected. This car really looks like the one the police officer described to me. But now I'm saving my friend because this is really important. I'm taking him right here, and it looks like everyone here is basically normal. This player became a hospital patient, but I need help. I said, someone help my friend. He had another accident. This player came over here. He said, I'll teach you. Come here. Now it looks like he went back here and into this exact room. So I'm bringing him in here, and now he's lying down. But I don't know what I have to do now. But he gave me this item. Apparently I'm going to have to check his heartbeats. So I'm looking here, and apparently everything's normal. Everything here is very stable. But now I want to see what the next step is. He grabbed this item. I really don't know what it is, but I'm using it right here. He said, this device is the most important. It tells you what to do and which medicine to get. Okay, I got it. So I'm using it right here. Now I picked up this medicine, and I'm going to give it to my friend because he's going to have to use it. And the doctor said he's going to get better soon. Look, I really hope he gets better, but I'm going outside because I have to check something very important. In case you don't know, this is exactly the car the police officer described. So I'm leaving here to call the police officer so he can see exactly what's going on. So now I'm calling him here because he needs to check this car, which is exactly the one he described. Now he's finally coming here. This is going to be really important because this car is very suspicious. This car showed up out of nowhere and crashed into everyone's car. So I really believe this car is bad. It belongs to the person who caused the accident because it hit everyone. I said, check this car. It crashed into the doctor's car. Seriously, this car did some really weird things. Now he's checking it. He grabbed the tablet to check in the system who this car belongs to. I want to see if there's any result, but he ended up getting really scared. He said, this car belongs to a player wanted by the police. Take me to him. Look, follow me, and I'll take you to this player. In this case, I'm coming inside. He's recovering in a room. Finally, the police officer came here, but the player is right here. He's exactly in this room. Even the doctor stood up here, and he doesn't understand what's going on. But now I opened the curtain, and the player is right here, recovering. But the police officer came inside, and he's going to wait for the player to recover so he can basically arrest him. In fact, he's holding this item. He said, what did he do? I doubt he's a bad guy. Look, I recommend you check your car because your car got hit because of him. All this happened because he took that truck and crashed into his car. Now he's going outside to see it, and he's about to see what just happened. And now he ended up getting really scared. They ended up crashing into his car. But now he's coming back here. Guys, I'm going to close the curtain, but he came right here. He said, I'm not going to save him. Excuse me, because I'm not going to let him be saved. Look, let him be saved because that's better. If he gets saved, he's going to be arrested and pay for everything he did. Honestly, I think it's better to save him. And now it looks like he agreed. He went back to working. But to this day, I never really understood what's inside this room. It's a totally secret room. There's also this other one up here, which is completely blocked. While I worked here, I never actually visited those places. Now the player got up here, and apparently he's okay. In fact, he said hi. He said, I'm going to give you a present, but it's a surprise. Look, I don't know what he's talking about. Out of nowhere, he decided he's going to give me a present just because I rescued him. Now he disappeared from here. He just vanished. Now I'm here at the reception again, and there's a player leaving, who in this case is my friend. Now he finally left, because he's already feeling better, but he's standing right here, staring at this car. I'm coming over to see what happened with this car that he's been staring at nonstop. He said, this car ran over my taxi. It's him. Guys, it looks like this is the car that destroyed my friend's car. This is really weird, and now everything finally makes sense. But I'm coming over here to call the police officer again, but apparently he's arresting the player. This is really the end for him. He said, I didn't do anything, sir, and there aren't even any witnesses. Look, I need the officer to come here because I have something important to show. He's going to have to follow me in Roblox and he's going to have to talk to my friend. So now he finally arrived here and is going to have to talk to him. But this player is watching everything and even he got scared because now he knows he's going to jail, especially because there are witnesses. He said he literally ran over my car and it was him. That really makes a lot of sense and it's very sad. Now he's going to jail. He's really going to be in prison for a long time for everything he did here in Roblox. So now the police officer is leaving. He arrived at the station and now finally this player is arrested. But my friend, he lost his car. He said, take me home. I have another car there. Okay, I'll take him in the ambulance, especially since I haven't received any more calls. There haven't been any more accidents since the player was stopped and got arrested here at the jail. He really was the one causing all the accidents. Now my friend has to come here. So he got into the vehicle. I'm taking him to his house, which is exactly this one. This is literally his house and he has several interesting cars, but he's coming back here to rest because everything that happened was really strange. But I'm heading back home after a really long time and for some reason someone is building on my house. There's a player building exactly the house I wanted here and it looks like it was him who asked them to do it. Guys, this is really cool. Now finally my house is being built. He's even looking at me right now. He said, this is a thank you gift for saving me. Look, thank you so much. Now he went back to his house. We were neighbors this whole time and I had no idea. But guys, there's a truck coming over here, but it's coming really fast. I've worked at the hospital for a while, and I already know he's going to get into an accident, so I'm already grabbing my ambulance and basically following him here, because I'm sure there's going to be an accident. But guys, there really was a very strange accident. This was the weirdest accident I've ever seen. His truck went through a house and crashed into this tree, and it looks like he's lying right here. So I'm arriving to save him. Literally, I'm saving him in record time. Now he's right here, so I'm going to take him to the hospital. His truck is completely destroyed, but there are several loads here, and apparently he's carrying illegal stuff. There are weapons, and also a lot of money. This player really seems like a bad person, but I'm coming up front again. I'm really running because we have to save him urgently. Perfect. I'm taking him here so this player can take care of him. Now he got up and I'm taking him into this room. Now this doctor came here to check if the player is okay. He said, obviously he's fine. He doesn't even have any scars. Yeah, I noticed that. I'm going to take the chance and leave. He said, wait, don't let the police see my truck. He got up just to say that. Look, that's really weird. And now he collapsed back here. I don't know why he said that, but there's not much I can do. But I'm coming over to his truck and I'm going to try to help him, even though I probably shouldn't be doing this. I'm really going to try to help him because now the police officer is coming over to check what happened. But I'll take the chance and just close the back of his truck. Perfect. I closed it. I'm sure I helped him a lot. Now the police officer is coming here because he wants to see what happened at this place. And now he's writing down everything he can in this notebook. But I want to see how my house is coming along. So I'm heading back there because I want to check on it. And apparently my house is almost ready. This player is building everything all by himself. That's actually really great. In Brookhaven, for those who don't know, there are several jobs in the game. Here on the right, you can see all the jobs available in the city. But today, I want to test with you several secret jobs. I want to test jobs that few people use to see how that's going to be. Now you can see that the entire city is being built, and all of this is thanks to this player right here. So I'm coming here to be a builder and simply help him because I want to see if he will accept me, because this will be very important for me and also for him. But now he's staring at me, and it looks like he really accepted me. He said, just wear the right outfit and let's start the job. Okay, this is really good. I've just been accepted into my very first job ever. But guys, there's a player coming here too, and I actually know this player, and he's my friend. It even looks like he also came here to ask for a job. He said, I can work too. I'm really good at this. Look, I don't think he's very good, but I hope he gets accepted because he's my friend. But it looks like the player accepted him, and he's really happy. He even gave me this box, and for that I'm coming here to change my Roblox avatar. My friend also arrived here too. And now I just handed over this box to him because we both have to change our avatars. Now I look like this, and I'm really ready to do this. But my friend also looks like this, and he's simply ready to start. But I don't know why he has a beard, and it looks like my friend changed a lot over time. But now, both of us are coming up front because I want to see what we're supposed to start doing. So much so that he came here to talk to us. He said, do whatever you think is going to help me. But I didn't understand what he meant. Now he's digging here, and what he said was really weird. He said, let's do what he asked. Okay, let's do this. Now it looks like my friend is climbing up here, and I don't know why he's coming here, but now he's inside a place where he shouldn't be. I'm going to climb up here too, because I have to tell him that we have other jobs to do. I said, let's go down. I already know what to do to help, and I had a genius idea. We're just going to copy everything this player is doing, because maybe that will help us be useful in Roblox. So now I'm digging here, and all of us are doing it, because this is going to be really important. We have to finish this house, and we also have to build this other house, and lastly these other two houses. In other words, this is a really hard job, and it's only the first job I'm doing. Now some time has passed, and we finally finally upgraded this Roblox house. You can see that we're all building a different house, and the house is starting to look perfect. But I'm coming here to talk to him because I want to see how long it's going to take, especially since we've already been here for a long time. I said, is it going to take long? My hand hurts, and I'm a little lazy to do this. He said, it won't take long. It's just going to last a few days. Look, but a few days is a long time. That's really more time than I expected, and I thought this would be fast, but it looks like it's not. Now a lot of time has passed, and we're finally building the last house. My friend isn't tired, and this player isn't tired either. I'm simply the only normal human who got tired after all this. But now he's coming right here, and I think he has something to say. He said, how am I going to get tired if this is a game? And that actually makes sense, but I'm digging this again. And he even came right here and said, look on the bright side. We built several new jobs. And guys, what he said is true. We built several new jobs, and you can see that we have here very different houses that people will be able to work in. So we're really doing a good deed. But now, we finally finished this, and my friend has nothing to do, and he's even cleaning the floor. And meanwhile, I'm finishing building this wall, and this builder is doing it too. And we made a military base for Brookhaven military training. But I think I finally finished this. He even stood up here and said, great job. Now go get your payment. And guys, I don't know how much I'm going to get, especially because I work without thinking about money. So much so that my friend came here because he wants to see how much money I'm going to get. And apparently it's a lot of money. He said, this is mine. But it looks like I'm not going to get all that money. And actually, I'm only going to get this. This is simply too little, and it's not fair that I'm getting so little. He handed me the money, and for those who don't know, that's literally $3. Even my friend is looking at it, and it looks like he ended up getting scared. He said, 3 is too little. We deserve 4. Look, actually we deserve way more, because we did all of this. And it looks like this player left. He really just left like he wasn't even wrong. But now, I took my disappointment and became a soldier. Now I'm part of the military base, and I'm really working on a very important mission, and it's also a secret mission in the game. The boss is even sleeping here, and I don't know if I should wake up before him. Now he finally woke up and said, you didn't wake up before me, so you lost points. And guys, this is the most unfair thing that ever happened. Now he went to the bathroom, and I actually woke up before him, and this job is really hard because I have to follow several rules that I don't even know. But now I'm coming in here because I also have to take a shower. So I'm taking a shower here, and this is really important. Now I'm coming here to wash my hands. But in this military base, it's just the 2 of us because everyone else who tried to come here gave up because it's really hard. But he's coming up here, and it looks like he's calling me over. Okay, I'm coming outside, and it looks like now we'll have to go to an important place. He said, first let's breathe the clean mountain air. I learned this from my father. And guys, I thought this was military training. I didn't know I was going to have to do the things he wanted. But I want to become a soldier, and I don't want to be like him. But it looks like he doesn't care about my opinion. So unfortunately, I'll have to follow him, and I really have to obey all of this. You can even see that there's a lot of fog, and you really can't see anything. So I don't know why he's coming up here on the mountain if he won't be able to see anything. Now we're getting up here, and he's climbing up. But guys, for some reason on top of the mountain there's no fog, and that's something I just discovered. I had no idea that happened. He said, I learned this from a friend who's 200 years old. Look, but that's impossible to be true. I think he saw that on the internet because there's no way you can live 200 years in real life or in Brookhaven either. But now he's observing all of this, and the city really is very beautiful. He even started doing the training, and it looks like I'm going to have to do it too. So now I'm doing the military training because it's going to be really important. This training is important, but I don't know how long I'll have to do it. Guys, now it's already getting dark and night is falling. But I got tired of doing this, and I'm not going to keep exercising because this is just too much. Now it looks like he finally stopped, and he said, you're weak. Look, actually, I think you're the crazy one. So now he's going back there, back to this car, and we're arriving in front of our house. This player is really weird. We arrive here, and I'm going straight to the kitchen because I'm really hungry. So I'm eating ice cream, but the soldier is coming over here, and he said, you can't eat sweets, you're fired. But guys, this can't be true. I hope he's joking because that doesn't make sense. We spent the whole afternoon training on the mountain, so I deserve a little dessert. But he came back here again, and apparently he disagreed. So I'm getting this food, which looks healthier, and he disagreed again. He said, you're fired. I want you to leave. Look, I can't leave because that doesn't make any sense. But he's aiming that item, and I really have to leave now because this player is getting really weird. So I'm leaving the military base, and I was simply fired. And this player is really very weird. I just lost 2 jobs that I was doing really well at. Now, for those who don't know, I became an astronaut, and you can see we have this rocket, and it's going to fly into space. There's also this moon car, but I'm coming over here to see what the player needs, because I work for him, and apparently he was waiting for me. He said, I need you to buy candy for me. It's important for going to space. But guys, I don't know why candy is important for him to do this mission, but I'm coming back here to basically do everything he asked, because this player is a good person. The others treated me really badly. He really is a good person, and so far he hasn't done anything bad. So now I'll have to go down here to do everything everything he asked. And I'm going to use his car, even though I shouldn't, because it might get stopped by the police, and they could impound this car, because it's not supposed to be on the streets. But now I'm coming over here, and this car is really weird, and it's a car I shouldn't be driving. There's even a police officer right in front, and I don't think he's very happy with the car I have. I'm finally arriving up here, and I'm going to park the car here, but the police officer stopped over there, and it looks like he's coming back now. This is really bad. He knows something is wrong here, and he's watching me to see what I'm doing, and actually he's coming up front. Look, I'm not afraid of him, and if he comes to take this player's car, I'm going to run away from him. This car can't be taken, because it's going to be important for going to space. So I'm coming here to buy the candy, but I don't know what kind of candy my boss likes, and actually there aren't many candies here, so I'm going to get an ice cream. Perfect! I'm picking it up here, and for some reason the police officer is coming too, but I have to leave here before it's too late. Now I'm going to grab this food too, and he's coming after me, so I'm going to pay for the groceries, because I can't leave here without paying. He's even watching me. He said, let me see the car's papers. Look, this car doesn't have any papers, so I'm going to run out of here, get in the car, and just get out. But the police officer is chasing me, and that's terrible. I'm coming to this house, and I'm going to hide back here to keep him from seeing me in Roblox. Now he's finally passing by up front, and everything worked out. I managed to lose the police officer, and now I'm finally going to deliver the groceries to my boss. But my boss is an astronaut, and he's finally going to be able to take off. Perfect! I'm arriving here. I just opened this door, and it looks like he's in this area training to be an astronaut, and that's really important. I handed him the food, and you can see that he approved it. It's even good that he liked it, and it means that for the first time, I'm doing well at my job. He said, I'm going to fly to space today. Get ready for takeoff. Look, but I don't want to go with him, because I'm a little scared, and I also want to try other jobs in Brookhaven, because so far I've only worked in 3 jobs, but I want to try many, and apparently he agreed. But now he's sitting here, and the countdown has finally started, so I have to get out of here. I'm even coming up here like this, because this is going to be really important, but it looks like it didn't start, and for some reason it's not flying, because the police officer is up front, and he's pressing that button, so my boss had to come down here. Guys, this is really bad. He couldn't fly because of the police officer. He said, I'm looking for a player with purple hair. Have you seen him? And I think the right thing to do is turn myself and so the player can take off in this Roblox rocket. So unfortunately I'm going to have to go down here to basically turn myself in. I'm coming up front, and this is something I didn't want to do, especially because I'm going to get arrested. He said, you're under arrest, and it looks like I'm being arrested just because I drove badly. Now even the astronaut got scared. But this is really bad. I'm being arrested unfairly just because I was driving too fast and it was an emergency. But guys, this is my next job. I'm basically a prisoner, and I'm going to be transferred to a maximum security prison. And this is really bad because this wasn't supposed to be my job. After becoming an astronaut, I was supposed to become a scientist, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Now the police officer is coming here because I'm going to be transferred to another prison, and this is really sad. I have to come up front and basically be taken to another prison, which will be a more secure one. So much so that I'm going to get in here, and I'm sitting in this seat, and this is the saddest job of all. It's basically a job where I'm going to be a prisoner, and I don't even know if this counts as a job. He said, it's not. You just broke the law. And that's actually true. Now I'm being taken up front, and for some reason there's a van coming here, but this van is really strange because it stopped up ahead so the bus can't pass. And that's actually my friend holding that item. He said, let my friend go now. And it looks like I'm finally going to be freed. The police officer is holding that item, and he finally let me go. Now I got in the back, and my friend will have to drive this and just escape here in Roblox. But I'm being taken away, and luckily everything worked out. My friend saved me. Now I'm being taken to this area. He said, you're really going to work in the last job. And guys, this is really good. I'm being taken to become a scientist for the first time in my life. He even arrived right here, and now I'm going to become a scientist. But this isn't as good as it seems. I became a test subject for the scientist in Roblox. Now he came down here to do another experiment, and this time he changed my character's color. I don't know why he's doing these tests. Now again he changed my character's color. I'm red. I don't know what kind of test this is. He said, it's all for the sake of science, but I think he's going too far. I want to see what he's going to do this time. Now lightning appeared here, and this is really weird, but suddenly I became the strongest person ever. Look, I'm thankful because I really like this, and I don't want to go back to normal. He said, come here, you have to go back to normal. But guys, I don't want to go back to normal, and I'm super strong. I'm just really cool right now. He said, that's harmful. Okay, I'm coming over here, and unfortunately I'm going to have to go back to normal. And again those lightning bolts appeared, and I lost all the strength I had gained, and now I'm weak again. Now he sat down here, and I'm going to take the chance to get out of here, because being a scientist really isn't going so well. He said, wait, are you quitting? Yes, that's really what I'm doing. I'm quitting because I don't want to work here anymore, and it's not worth it to work for the scientist. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the become a member button, and I'll add you on Roblox.